Hello everyone. Hi, this is Miss Lady. Today, what are we cooking? Let's start off. We're going to cook something for breakfast. How about apple fritters? This recipe I'm trying out. I've made several variations to it, but I will list in my description the full regular um, recipe for these apple fritters. Okay, and I'm using today plain self-rising flour, and in the description it'll be a recipe what you can do to substitute if you just have regular AP flour. That's just regular all-purpose flour. So I'm going to use 2 cups of I'm starting off with 2.5 cups of self-rising flour. Okay, and I don't have the half measuring cup out here. Let's see. Right handy. All right. Here we have the half cup self-rising flour. All right, and with this we're going to add. I'll put the lid on this. Move it out of the way. Okay. With this, we're going to add some brown sugar. I'm using light brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar. It's whatever you choose to do. So I'm starting off. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of. I know these are light brown sugar, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of regular sugar. Okay. And what else am I going to put in here? Okay, I'm going to put the white sugar, and I don't have it over here. Let me tie up this other sugar though first, so I don't have a mess. Save that for later. Okay, and I'm just reach and get my scoop so I can have 2 tablespoons of white sugar. I just brought 2 this over here so I could scoop out 2 tablespoons of light sugar. White sugar, just regular white sugar. All right, and I'm gonna mix this up with a fork because I don't have a, what is it, a bread thing or one of those little flat whisks. I just had a bit one. But you need to separate, make sure you get that brown sugar separated. It tends to clump on you. All right, now that we got all of this, okay, the recipe calls for cinnamon. I prefer nutmeg, so I am going to put in nutmeg. If I can find it. My seasonings are all over the place. Sitting right here in my face because I use it so much. Okay, so I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of nutmeg instead of cinnamon. You can put in cinnamon. The recipe calls for cinnamon. Oh my. Okay. I see little clumps in that, so we're going to stir that again too. So get all your stirring done because you don't want to have your apples, sitting and you having to tear them up. And also, I'm using a soft apple instead of a Granny Smith, and a soft apple like maybe a Red Delicious or a Honey Crisp or something like that. I'm using Gala apples. That's what I have here at the house, and I wanted some fritters, so we're going to see how this works. This recipe, I've tried it with apple pie filling, and it's too loose and wet. It doesn't, and you got to fry the fritters so long and they be greasy. So this is why we're going to try it this way. So, okay, I got my flour. I have my brown sugar, my white sugar, my stick of butter. My nutmeg, and now I'll get my stick of butter. I'm going to grate this because it helps you not have to mess with the dough too long and make your hands melt the butter. You know, your hands get hot. All right. And I should have set aside. Okay, I know you at your house, you cook with your hands. If you wear gloves, okay, you can wear gloves. I don't, so y'all cook at your house the way you want to cook. All right. Y'all see this little secret about the way I'm turning this grater, this box of grater on the side and grating all this butter down in the cavity of it. See there? All that butter's in there. Y'all see I'm washing my hands. I told y'all I'm going to have a sink full of water. Yeah, sometimes it's going to have dirty dishes in it. Because as I say, I wash and clean as I go. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands. All right, let me cut the stove down. Okay. All right. I need 2 eggs and some buttermilk and some vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and crack this egg before I even get it out of the container. All right, 2 eggs. All right. I'll take care of my eggs. Wash my hands again because I got raw egg on it. All right. Now, and I need, what is it, a teaspoon of vanilla. Y'all, I know this is wrong, but we're going to find out. I put this kitchen bouquet, cream bouquet to give it a extra flavor. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of that. Did I put them in the sink? I don't know. I have a bad tendency to put the teaspoons in the sink time I get through it. Okay, so I'm going to put a teaspoon of that cream bouquet. Well, no, not quite a teaspoon. We didn't put a whole teaspoon in there. So. And now I'll put a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is my homemade vanilla. I made this 10-8-24 just with pure vodka and vanilla beans. And if I let it settle a little bit, you'll be able to see it. So this is my homemade vanilla. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of that in here. Because we're going to keep these all separate until we get it all together at one time. So that we don't disturb the apples too much. Okay? So now, there went the butter. Get it all from in there. See how much easier that was than trying to stand there and scrape that out over this bowl, or put it on a piece of wax paper. And all of that and lift it up. Might have been faster. Yeah, that's because I'm just slow. All right. Now, I'm going to work this as much as possible to get all of that flour and sugar coated for a little bit. And while I'm doing that, and now I'm gonna get these these apples together. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna sit my flour mixture in the refrigerator because I want to keep my butter cold. All right. Okay, I got the lid on my butter mixture. I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. Let it stay cold because I want the butter to stay cold. Okay, and I am going to add my 3/4 cup of buttermilk. In with. Okay, y'all, this is another thing. I can't drink milk, so I use powdered milk. And I didn't have any buttermilk, so I made buttermilk out of powdered milk. And that was 3 tablespoons of powdered milk with 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. And I just shook this up. Okay, so there's 3 tablespoons of milk, 1 cup of cold water, and 1 tablespoon of vinegar, white vinegar. So now I'm gonna make, that's to make my buttermilk. And y'all, it really do taste a little bit like buttermilk. I'm just getting the phone. Yep, buttermilk. All right, what is it, 3/4 of a cup? But I think this is gonna take more than 3/4 of a cup. I think it's gonna take about a cup. Oh, do I have enough to make the cup? Yep, we're gonna sit this in the refrigerator to the side because I think I'm gonna need a little. It just depends on the weather, you know how your flour do in the weather. So take that and sit it in the refrigerator along with this extra and keep that cold. As far as me trying to get around, it don't, it is so stiff and sore, it don't want to bend. But I guess this is just some of the things you have to deal with. I was, when I was getting ready today, I didn't know whether or not I wanted to put, what is it, that arthritis cream on it first, or put the lotion on. So I put the arthritis cream on first because I wanted it to penetrate and then let the lotion cover it over. But I needed it to get in that knee. And it's the outside of the top of my knee, like I banged it, you know, I guess when I went down or tried to keep from going down with that ice, I messed up my knee. Well, I didn't break my tailbone and break a hip, so we're going to work with this knee. I've been trying to walk through the house and I catch myself because my knee don't want to bend. And I'm walking with it stiff, but I got to not give in to that. So we're going to do a lot more walking. Oh, I'm sorry. See that? That's just me bending down, trying to Ooh, pick this apple up off the floor that I done dropped while I was peeling. Yeah, y'all, I think we're gonna stick with 3. No, I'm gonna go home and get one more because I know it's gonna cook down. I'm gonna do one more apple. Okay. Because like I said, these are little bitty apples. And I like a lot of apple anyway. Oh, shoot. Started peeling on, cutting that one before I peeled it. Oh, and you don't have to peel your apples if you prefer, but I do. In fritters, you know, and if I make another apple dish, y'all will probably see it later on. Because I buy apples, I like apples, so we're going to do a lot of apples. If y'all don't like apples, you know, fresh apples, I do make a nice fried pie with a pear. But pears are so expensive, and then I tend to eat them so fast. I don't need nothing to go with those. And I'll eat those so fast. I don't have time. I don't have anything left over to make nothing with. But these apples, I'm cooking it this way. Believe it or not, I won't eat a whole bunch of these fritters. I'll have one with my coffee. And not, if I have 4 cups of coffee, I'm not going to have a fritter every time with my coffee. I'm going to just have one. And see, with those pears, yeah, I'll eat the whole pear. And then go back and eat the rest of them until they're gone. So, and it's hard to make fried pies when you don't have some. And I'm just not ready to make no pie crust. Y'all, I got spoiled by buying that pie crust. And I know this should be going in my bag. Make my, what is it, my trash tea when I water my garden. Have y'all got your seeds together if anybody's doing any gardening? So this year we're gonna major focus on, you know, just keeping the garden clean and all of that and growing vegetables, but we're gonna cook with what we grow out in the garden. So we're going to start making a meal for what we, you know, each day on what we're eating and cooking out of the garden. All right. All right, now we got the apple. See, that didn't take that much time. Well, yeah, we're going to cut some of this out. Okay, now we got the apples together. And I'm going to get my dough out. All right. Here we go. I got my dough out. Let me rinse these out just right quick. Alright, so now we have our apples. Okay, I know I dumped all that in there just like that. And now, you just kind of want to coat it just a little bit. Alright, so see, we still got all that butter in there. Now we're going to dump all of this. And we don't want to over stir our batter. See how that batter's coming? Can y'all see that? Okay. Now see that 3/4 of a cup wasn't quite enough. I told you I didn't think it was going to be enough. So we're going to put, I bet you it's not even a 4th. Well, let's get the tablespoons and see. I'm going to put another tablespoon of butter. I mean, tablespoon of buttermilk. Now, y'all, see, this is what I'm saying. Depends on the weather, how your batter's going to come out when you're doing flour. See those nice chunks of apple in there? But if you turn around, see down on the bottom of that? That's all still dry. Scrape the bottoms, ladies. All right, we're going to need 1 more tablespoon. That's all we got, too. That's all the buttermilk I made up. Yeah. All right. See, it's kind of getting gooey. And this is where the overworking part. We just gonna finish off that little bit. Okay. Now, where's my fork at? Oh, there it is. What we're gonna do now, y'all, we're gonna let this, I'm gonna let this sit just for a minute. I'm gonna clean this off. I got the skillet hot, so it's just important to get the grease hot. And turning y'all around so y'all can see. All right. And since I don't have a measuring cup, I mean what is it, a scoop to make, I don't have an ice cream scoop that I can use. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use 1/3 of a cup, measuring cup to make my fritters out of. All right, let's turn y'all around so that you all can see. Us here at the stove. Okay. All right. Okay, this is my oil. I just keep it just plain canola oil. I'm gonna put about 2 cups, maybe a cup. Well, that's enough to So it'll cover the side, and when you flip it over, you don't have that line on your on your fritter. You know how they cook donuts, and then one side is brown, and then the other side is brown, and then you had that line in the middle. That's where it didn't come all the way up the grease to cover the whole side. So we're gonna try not to have that. Now we're going to let this grease get hot. We're going to start it off real high and then just to let it kind of set. And then we're going to cut it down to medium so that it won't be real greasy. Okay? Let me clean up some of my mess. That I have going on. Nutmeg the way I do. This is just me cleaning up while I'm getting this grease still. You can't even sit down and enjoy the meal. It's hard to eat you, so. Okay, y'all, we're taking the last one of these fritters out. It looks, real greasy from the inside, but it was done and pretty. I'll cut open another one. I'll break open one intentionally after we get this glaze done. But right now, we're going to cut this fire out, clean this skillet. Okay. Y'all see what we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We ended up with 10. One we sacrificed. Okay, I'm going to turn y'all around and I'm going to make the glaze. And while this is cooling, because I had to cook them in batches, 11, and I was only putting 3 in a skillet because I didn't want to crowd it out. And they're not greasy. Y'all will see it when I turn you around, okay? Sorry about shaking you. Try to get you a nice shot of them. Okay, can y'all see that? Let's get you a better shot. Okay. Do y'all have a better shot of this? See how they look? And they're not greasy. Isn't it? But it's a whole bunch of them. Now y'all see why I'll only eat one for breakfast. All right. Let me move my tea out the way. We're going to let these cool while I make the powdered sugar slurry to go over them. And yeah, we're going to cover them up real good. Okay. We want 2 cups of powdered sugar. That's a little much, y'all. No, it turned out to be here. Yeah, 1 cup. I can't get enough sugar. These are not all that sweet. As they broke off, as I cooked them, I broke off a few pieces, or as they broke off, I ate some of it. So they're not really sweet, so you're going to want the glaze on here. All right, see, I made them fairly decent size. I didn't feel that overwhelming. For all of you who think this might be too much sugar. All right, but I got 10 of these and they're large, okay? We want to do, we'll see if I can do front and back. Let me get the milk out. And we're going to do a couple of tablespoons of milk. And again, y'all know I do powdered milk. Two tablespoons, a little bit more, because y'all want to dip mine. Well, I don't know about that. They're too soft. Well, they fried up hard. Can you hear this? Okay. So they fried up hard. And then, see how they look on the inside? Can you see that? Very well. I don't know how well you can see that. But I hope it's good. Let's try that again. Oh. You hear that crunch? Now let's look at the inside of it. That's that burnt one though. That's a piece of apple. Okay. Let's move that piece of apple out for him. Put it in my mouth. Y'all, these so good. Oh yeah. Look at this glaze on it. Finna get some coffee, and this is gonna be ate real quick, okay? A little bit more butter. Milk. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh yeah, y'all. My hands should have been clean, not having that powdered sugar on, so I could have licked them. All right, y'all. Okay. That is it. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to talk. My mouth is full. Oh yeah. Let's put this over here. I got a tray. Let me get my Yeah, y'all, I'm trying to take the lazy way out. Let's clean up as possible. So we're gonna put some parchment paper over this. Oh, that's that broken one. Yeah, that needs to come out. Ooh, I'm gonna have enough of the broken pieces to eat on for lunch, almost. All right, y'all. I'm trying to get them where I can. Y'all will have a few little mistakes yourself, so. Yeah, we want to get them good and covered. That's why I said I needed a thinner drizzle. And the more cracks you have, the more that glaze go off into. Okay, y'all. Because you'll need them. They're not real sweet now. I want you to understand, you're going to get your sweetness from this drizzle. So if you want one that's real sweet, now this is good and clean. It's not greasy. But you're going to want the sweetness from this drizzle. You'll be kind of lacking. Well, I like sweet, so it's up to you. Try them, see how you like it yourself, you know, before you make your drizzle real thin or cover it all. You know, give yourself a couple of break one up and have a test and see how you know, as you make your drizzle, make one a little heavy and then thin it out till you get it to the way you want it. All right, because see, this is what you're going to be eating and this is what I'm going to be eating. So I'm going to cook it the way I want to eat it because see, you ain't here. Can you get a bite? Can you tell me if I'm putting too much glaze on it for you? Or you need a little more? Hopefully we can flip these. Oh, look at that one right there. Oh, that bite right there gonna be good. Look at all of that. Still, Mr. Take parchment paper. But oh, look at that. Yeah. We're just gonna get one side. Now, wouldn't you like to have a fresh cup of coffee with that? Or tea? Nice. I wouldn't suggest warming it in the microwave. If you do, you know, put it on a minute to, and then don't let it cook the whole minute. Because you don't want to dry out the middle of it. See, the microwaves dry out the stuff from the middle. And your food don't taste like it should taste. That's why I don't have a microwave. Because everything I got, no matter what I did to it, it was always, they're good for, I don't know how well I like them with the baked potatoes. So, anyway, back to the apple fritters. All right, y'all. Apple fritters, y'all. Homemade. Come and have one with me. Come and have one with me. Come and have one with me, y'all. Let's have a cup of coffee or tea and see what we're going to do for the day. Apple fritters.